in the show tonight, I want to share a story with you, a behind-the-scenes story, if you will. And this was a debate in the newsroom earlier today. It was about a photo. I'm sure you've heard about the news from Kashmir. A 6-year-old boy was killed in Kashmir. He was caught in a crossfire between the Indian forces and terrorists. Counter-terror operations are almost an everyday affair in Kashmir, and I know it sounds politically incorrect, but it is what it is. What was different today was the loss of this young life. And so we wanted to report this story, and we have been doing so since morning. But here's the struggle that I'm referring to. There's a disturbing photograph of this young boy that's doing the rounds. And the reason I say it's disturbing is because it's a child, 6 years old, with no life in him, no sign of life in him. He's lying dead in someone's arms. And trust me, I have no words when I try to describe this photo to you. I do not want you to Google it. It's not something that you want to see. It is haunting. So the debate in the newsroom was whether we air this photo. Should we or shouldn't we? And if we do, should we mask his face? And this is not a legal problem. It's a more human issue. The Indian law does not prohibit us from showing the photo to our viewers, but somewhere our conscience does. The photo speaks 1,000 words about the futility of terrorism. This photo is the only tool, though, that we have to tell the story. Are words not enough? Do we have to see something so disturbing to understand the gravity of a crisis? Someone pointed out that the world needed the photo of Alan Kurdi lying with his face down on the beach in order to understand the Syrian refugee crisis, or the photo of the father and daughter who drowned while trying to cross over from Mexico to the US. And he was right. These photos are very moving. There's no doubt about that. But there are some emotions that only children can evoke, and I agree with that. And I can also tell you that children happen to be the worst affected in every crisis, be it the 600-odd orphaned Rohingya children in Bangladeshi camps, or the thousands of children who've been separated from their parents at the US border, or the ISIS children for whom no country will open its gates. All of this is true. But does this justify putting their suffering on pamphlets, on television screens, in magazines, in order to make a point, to sell a story, to attract international aid? Do we have to use this as a prop? Will this not send a wrong message? Will it not normalize the crisis? Will it not risk more young lives? Are we feeding a dangerous trend to use children as metaphors of tragedy? Think about it.